Yep, that's right, 100%. Welcome to the Paradigm Shift, episode 86. Talk about commitment, the relentless pursuit, the maniacal drive, all in. Wow. 86 episodes. We got a special guest on today. I'm really excited to introduce him and bring him on. We're going to bring him on in less than five. Juggernaut Josh. In the meantime, waiting for our partner in crime, the articulate alligator, Big Dave, to hop on so we can get this party officially started. We got some questions in the chat. How many beautiful, sexy steak egg sandwiches did I have today? Just one so far. Hey, Mom. How are you? Good to see you. Everybody say hello to my mom in the chat. Big Dave on here and get this party started. Oh, I see you, Dave. Okay. He's in the big.
Oh yeah.
Hi.
Where are you, man? I thought you were gonna come join me.
Where are you? Sergeant?
Oh yeah. Jump in, run over, say hi after the show.
Okay. How long are you going to be there for?
We just got here, so.
I will see you after the show.
Nice. Very
First
good.
of all, I love you. Welcome to the Big Apple.
I love it, man. I can't wait to see you, and thank you for always being such a great host.
How you doing?
I never better. I got so much going on, and just on my mission to empower over 1 billion people to be happy, and this is part of that journey, being with you and empowering you. I can't tell you how many people are coming up to me about how great you are, and every time someone tells me how great Craig Siegel is or CLS is, I think to myself, oh my gosh, elevating my soul. So thank you, brother.
My pleasure, and thank you. It's the circle of life. I know you're in town for many reasons. One of them happens to be you're going to the fight tonight. Is that correct?
Yeah, so I went yesterday to the weigh-in. Conor McGregor's agent, Adi, is another one of the kids that have now grown up. A young football player from UCLA is now the #1 sports agent in the UFC and representing the title fight today, and also Conor. And so we went to a great mixer last night with him after the weigh-in. If you've never been to a weigh-in, Molly Meatball was there, Michael Chandler, all the typical people. It's just quite an event. I can't wait to be at Madison Square Garden this evening to watch the fights.
To be honest with you, I've never been to a UFC fight, Dave. Have you?
Yes, I have. Blessed. I've never been to one at Madison Square Garden. So I've been to Vegas multiple times. But yeah, it's a extraordinary thing, man. And we'd love to share that experience with you. I don't know where our drop communication comes from with Colleen and crew, but you know, I got the same thing with Dave Marino. I was like, hey, I thought you were coming. I show up and expect people to be there.
Yeah, all good. But it should be a really exciting fight. Two really good competitors, Dustin and obviously Chandler. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, well, we're gonna go again. So I'll keep you on the list.
Okay, you ready to rock?
And roll. Let's make it happen.
Okay, simply put, and I know you've been talking about it this week, so it should be top of mind. What is the key to marketing in 2023?
Yeah, the key to marketing in 2023 is to lean into the investment side and take out the expense side, and know that anything that you do in marketing to build your brand is an investment that will get an exponential result. Anything that you're spending as an expense is going to have an exponential detriment to what you're trying to do. You got to be consistent and persistent with your branding. You know, you got to know the middle class, though. And what a lot of people are missing is they're trying to build a brand overnight, and it doesn't happen, as you know, Craig. And there's a middle class that provides so much opportunity as content creators. It's amazing. You know, 100 people turns into 200, turns into 400, turns into 800. 800 of the right people, or 1,600 of the right people, you'll never have to work again. Your grandchildren will never have to work again if you're providing more value than you're asking for.
Hell yeah, I love that. And you taught me so many things, but one of them that specifically stood out, and I'm so grateful that I applied it, and I think more people should, especially listen to this today, is when it comes to the long game and building the brand, it all compounds, right?
Yeah, and you're experiencing that now. I saw Carlos Reyes in the house. He knows it as well. Building a community, all behaviors compound, negative and positive. Behaviors are energy and motion. They're emotions. And so all emotions will aggregate upon themselves. And you can't determine the time. Time will be determined by the statistical success and efficiencies that you create in building that behavior, energy, etc. Those people that are more efficient, effective, and statistically successful. And you know how you get to be efficient, effective, and statistically successful is you help. What do I mean by that? So statistical success comes from helping others get what they want. Acceleration is a attribute of statistical success, because the more people that are helping you, the faster things will happen. Why? Because the more people that you help will be available to help you and allow you to find people who sit in a situation that you want to be in, which is the accelerator. So there's two areas of help. One, if you help others, it creates statistical success. If you ask others for help, it creates acceleration. And the statistical success of aggregating a community of people that you've helped will also exponentially empower the acceleration as well. So that is how aggregation and compound interest works. It works with all energy, relationships, money, community, brand. All of them are a matter of energy. Remember, the common denominator, the dependent variable of all matter, subjective and objective matter, is time. And so we want to speed up time in a trajectory towards what we think we want.
Doesn't get better than this on a Saturday morning. Holy, I mean, this is unbelievable. And I love that we were talking about like community and stuff like that, but the philosophies are applicable and universal for everything. Like you said, money and relationships, all that. So thank you for sharing that. We're going to bring on Juggernaut Josh right now, but before I do, I have to know, how many pretty pastrami sandwiches do you plan to consume at Sarge's?
So I am consuming as many as possible. Here, Sarge's has the best pastrami, corned beef. It's the unbelievable, charismatic corned beef that you love, or the pretty pastrami. It's here on 37th and 3rd. And there's the Juggernaut Josh, right on time, in the gym. What's going on?
What's up, guys?
How you doing?
Awesome. I caught you guys were chatting about the UFC, so super pumped for Asanya and the whole group tonight. And that's super cool. You're seeing it in Madison Square Garden. So we were out in Vegas last summer, and Connor and Poirier and stuff. So
doesn't get any better, man. Great entertainment.
Josh, I'm so excited to connect with you. Thank you for joining us today. For the audience following today that might not be familiar with Josh, do yourself a favor, do a deep dive. Check out everything that he has going on and play some catch up. What I think is most valuable in a short conversation today is we just have an awesome conversation. So I'm going to dive right in. One of the awesome things that you talk about, Josh, is the mindset and success strategies of the top 1%. I know it's a loaded question, but maybe you can give us one tangible nugget today about it.
no, it's and David's been on the show making bank, so we got to dive in and really extract what he's been doing in the past. So super awesome. But I mean, some of the big things, and I heard you talking about 2023 and everything, and what's kind of from a marketing perspective and branding. I mean, I think the biggest thing is people start to contract in 2023 and pull back from expenditures and trying to get themselves out there and stuff and try to hold on to that cash. I mean, that opens up a huge opportunity to really push hard, go deep. Just like during the 2008, a lot of people pulled back, but there was so many opportunities from that opened those doors and everything else. So having the right mindset going into this is not like, hey, we're in a recession, I got to hold on and hide and, stash all my cash and things like that. It's like, hey, there's huge opportunities, know what to look for, and then know when to find those, and then put your money in, put your money to expand your brand, expand what you're doing, and everybody else will kind of get left behind as we come back out of this, and then you'll have just rocket fuel on everything you're doing.
Yeah, you got to be proactive, right, Dave?
Absolutely. And a lot of people have a mindset of it's too late, right? It's already happened. Well, this is an opportunity to catch back up as well. For those people, it's a great time to get started, to get restarted, to get up, to get back up. And what I do is I look at my skills, my knowledge, and my desire, and I see where there's synergy and where my skills, knowledge, and desires are supplementary to what's oversold or what's overbought. And when you make the alignment of your skills, knowledge, and desire to that simple mathematic quantitative value of, hey, advertising here is oversold or this is overbought, and then apply your resources. Remember, the better connection you have to source, the greater of a resource you are. And your resource is your skills, your knowledge, and your desire. And when you can align that with synergistic and supplementary effort, intention, and attention into the coincidences, you get an exponential opportunity right now. And so simply look at your skills, knowledge, and desire, look in, and then look out to what's oversold or overbought. And there'll be a ton of opportunities in marketing and all the different platforms of shit that just is so much cheaper, and you're going to get so much more attention because there's less noise coming over the next 24 months. There's going to be less noise, and the cream's going to rise to the top. The margins of millionaires are going to be made. You're going to see all the extra milers, the people that went an extra mile every once in a while, are going to fall away, and the empty milers like Craig Siegel, Josh, and myself, we're going to be even farther and lonelier at the top.
Bang! Trivia question real quick. Is it
Can't
true?
even follow up after that.
Is it true that both of you are from Akron, Ohio?
Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah. He grew up right around the corner from where I'm at.
That's right, man. It's LeBron James, Steph Curry, Josh, myself. It's so many of us from Akron. People don't even realize what a mecca birthplace of exceptional beings Akron, Ohio is.
Yeah, well, I love this. I got to ask you both this because I don't know if there's any two more efficient humans in the world that have mastered time management. Josh, I know it wasn't always easy for you, and so you dove in, and now you have it down to a science. What's a strategy or tool that you've used that maybe people listening today can apply?
I mean, for me, it probably seems pretty boring. It's just, I do the same thing day in and day out. That works, like I tested and tried different things, but hey, I know, getting up, this is the amount of sleep that I need. This is, the first things I need to do when I first get up, spending time with the family, doing those kind of things. And then really map it out. And then throughout the workday, I have, time blocks where I just bust through, and I know these are the time I'm emails, social media. I know, like, hey, I'm doing social media during this time frame, so I don't need to be on it, like surfing around all day and wasting time. That a lot of people tend to start scrolling, and 2 hours later, they're still scrolling. Set your timer, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever that is. And the only reason I'm usually on social is because of business stuff and trying to catch up and on a couple things I need to get back to. So make your time work for you. Don't work for your time.
Hell yeah. Dave, what are you smiling at?
It's my favorite subject. Time is the secret sauce to all success. And there's 3 periods of time that I study. One is the infinite past. And I want to know, how am I giving meaning to the inflection points, defined moments of my history and other people's history to accelerate the trajectory of what I think I want. Then today, the only limitation in time today is the actual 24-hour period. So I try, like Josh, to be efficient, effective, statistically successful. I use lenses of productivity, accessibility, and gratitude in order to effectuate the activities of the day, activities that are planned, not planned, as Josh suggests with TikTok and others, and even my sleep for recovery and access. And then finally, most importantly, as I get into the trajectory with the meaning and the limitation of 24 hours of man-made constructive time, I go ahead and identify for my future, which is infinite. Where am I limiting myself, knowing I can't overachieve my own self-image? And so I try to get out of my own way with time, which a lot of people don't utilize the infinite time. They only are worried about the pragmatic, man-made constructive time of 24 hours. So in that continuum, be productive, accessible, and gracious, and I promise you, you will be happy, healthy, wealthy, and worthy with all your journey of time.
Hell yeah. This is so much fun. I love the frequency that we're all on, which is obviously the same, which Dave always talks about. We'll land the plane with this final nugget. And Josh, we'll have to bring you on for a sequel because there's so much to dive into. Sure. I know you talk about the 4 pillars of an integrated lifestyle. One of them happens to be faith. How important is your faith to you, brother?
Yeah, I mean, faith is kind of where it all stems from and starts from. I mean, if that piece is missing, it's hard to make everything else fall into alignment. And whatever that is for you, and for us, it's connecting, and following God, and making sure that's integrated in our life and our family's life, and then living how we think that, he wants us to kind of, to live and to give, like, Dave's talked about a little bit here, and really being able to treat others and connect with others on that same, frequency and energy level.
Yeah, beautifully said. And Dave, you call it source?
Yeah, source. Like I always say, my brother's a rabbi, so religious people are afraid of going to hell. Spiritual people have been to hell and they're afraid of going back. And so for me, faith is pretty simple. I believe there's something bigger than me, omniscient, all powerful, all knowing source that loves me more than my mom. So I'm always protected and promoted. I just have to stay aware of the promotion and protection and not feel punished by the pain, setbacks, failures, and mistake that God's trying to guide me with to a better place, a better position, or a better situation, like being on the paradigm shift, like hanging out with Josh, like hanging out with you, and like going to the UFC fight tonight. I'm being protected and promoted everywhere. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and I just want to say that there's no bigger, stronger self-belief than connecting to source, because anything that happens, you know that it's for you. So beautifully said, Dave. Josh, what's the best way for the community and the audience to support you, brother?
I mean, Instagram's where I post a ton of all the content. You can check out my website, joshfelber.com/makingbank. Check out Dave's interview. It's awesome. We dive deep into a lot of content that will help you, where you are right now, and a ton of other guests that are super awesome and amazing. So those are usually the two best points.
I look forward to staying connected. Thank you so much for joining us. Love you both. Let's have a great weekend. Dave, I'll see you in 15 minutes.
All right, see you, Sargis. Thanks, guys. Take care.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Take care. What an awesome conversation. The Paradigm Shift, episode 86 in the books. Guys, if you're not familiar with Josh, do yourself a favor. Do a deep dive. Great guy, up to some really exciting things. Obviously, my partner in crime, Big Dave, the articulate alligator, the sex octopus, the handsome hamster, the pretty pastrami eating blessed bat. He's on fire and he can't be stopped. I'm going to head over to Sargis right now to go see him and say hello. Everybody else on here, do me one favor. Have an unbelievable weekend. Stay on fire, sharpen the axe. Start thinking about 2023 if you haven't already. What can you do today to set yourself up for the best year of your life in 2023? Don't wait for New Year's Eve to start making resolutions. What can you do right now? With that being said, I love you guys so much that it's weird, but I'm not going to pull back. I'm only going to press forward. You dig? We'll see you next week for the Paradigm Shift, episode 87. Love you guys.